Anyone who listens to the Dotty Show will know that in that small elite club of artists that I truly love and need to remind you that I love every time I play them is Ray Black. Welcome to the show, Ray Blizzy.
Thank you. That was such a nice, welcome.
Well,
I feel shy.
I can't just play your tunes, you know. I'm like, that was Ray Black, who you know I love. And I feel like I've been saying Access Denied is on the way for so long. Mm-hmm. And now it is finally out. How does it feel to be at the finish line? Because this has been a long time coming, this album.
It really has. I was working on it for probably 2.5 years. I've got a song on there called 25. I'm now 27. Just to put it into context.
That's mad.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Oh, rhythm though.
Thank you.
But you need to change that for the live shows now.
I know, innit? It doesn't really work.
It doesn't even fit.
It doesn't flow,
so
really.
What's it like then? Because is it nerve-wracking when you know people have been waiting for an album? Obviously you've fed us with EPs, but to give us a full body of work now and to call it an album, is that nerve-wracking at all?
A little bit. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, I guess, because it's been a long time coming. So you can't not have an album for, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years or something, and then it's a bit meaty. Because it's like, what were you doing all that time? So it's nerve-wracking. So I hope people like it and connect to it.
I don't know what, I feel like we've really grown with you over the years. I feel like we watched you become a woman. It's been 5 years since the Dirt EP, which is crazy. Let's go back to that time.
Yeah.
2016. It was, in fact, that was the first time I saw you as well in Hoxton Bar and Kitchen. It was your first show.
My first show.
And it was sick. Brought
Thank
Stormzy
you.
out.
Yeah.
Everything felt like it was poised. You know, like when everything just feels like the stars have aligned. What was that like, having so much buzz around you?
You know what? I feel like it was happening to me, but I wasn't experiencing it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, so much was happening so quickly, I didn't even realise there was a buzz around me. When people kept saying like, oh, there's buzz around you, I was like, really? Because I'm just living my life, do you know what I mean? And I'm living out my dream. So for me, I was just enjoying the fact that, what I wanted to happen in my life is actually happening. I'm actually an artist full time. This is what I'm doing. So I was loving it, but I had no clue what was going on around me.
Because I remember there was a lot of label heat as well. It's like all the labels want to talk to Ray Black. Everyone wants to get Ray Black in. Everybody's a meeting with Ray. Were you able to shut that noise out? Because sometimes it can be hard to just be an artist when there is all of this hype and all of this noise around your career, when really you just want to make the music.
Yeah.
How do you shut that out?
To be honest, you know what? I was really enjoying all of that. Like, I'm from the ends, innit? So I was thinking, they're taking me, no, boo, a guy is sexy fish. Like, I'm going to places I've never been before. Like, I'm from the hood. So I was just enjoying the fact that these people who are important think I'm important too, enough to want to spend racks on me and offer me racks. I'm thinking, then.
Free dinners and that.
Yeah. I'm too ghetto. So I was enjoying all of that.
Was there any pressure then to rush out a project? Because, as we said, it's been a long time coming, this album. You could have been like, look, Soundpole, my name is everywhere, my face is everywhere, let's get the album out now.
Yeah.
Did you need to resist that urge? Was there any pressure to put a project out immediately?
There definitely was pressure. The expectation was you win the Soundpole and then you release your debut album, because that's what everyone else who would won it had done. So people actually plan their albums around the possibility of winning the Soundpole. But the reality is I had no idea that would even happen to me. That was so far from what would happen to me. We weren't preparing for anything. I was just enjoying the ride. Like, I've dropped an EP, I'm performing, I'm doing radio. This is all exciting, but I didn't expect to suddenly be like on the news and in newspapers and people like, where's the music? Because I was like, there isn't any, because I've just been enjoying what's going on, and maybe there'll be an album. So there was a lot of pressure, but the reality is I just hadn't prepared for it. So I had to take my time.
That's got to be additionally nerve-wracking then, because I feel like people were really waiting for the Ray Black music, and you made us wait for an album 5 years. This just feels like, for me, a Ray Black fan, it feels like, you know, when you just reach that level where you're like, cool, I am satisfied. Like, you've fed us and you fed us a lot. And we're going to get into some of the tunes that you fed us while we've been waiting for the album.
Yeah.
But I feel like you gave what needed to be given, man. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Because you know sometimes you wait for something for long and you're like, all right, this will do.
That makes me feel really good. Really, really good.
This feels like a cohesive R&B album as well. Does it feel authentically you? And how did you get to that point?
So authentically me. I think the most authentic I've been, even just because like me taking my time meant that I got to create the sound that I wanted with the people that I wanted, and without all of that pressure as well, because at the time when I won the sound poll, there was this expectation for me to make like super soulful music, like Lauryn Hill was the name they kept like bringing around my name, who's a freaking legend, goddess, whose music I love, but I also wanted to make strip club music. So I'm glad that I got the time to really just develop myself, work on my sound and do what feels natural to me and show my personality.
How do you feel as though you've evolved over the years? Like, how do you feel you've changed?
As a writer, I've changed the way I work. I used to be so nervous and shy about my ideas in the studio. I would write the whole song in my head and on paper and then put it on a mic, and the producer would be like, you didn't say a word and you've just written all of that. And now I'll like freestyle on the mic. So I'm a lot more relaxed, I think, with the process of making music, and I'm a lot more comfortable in myself, really.
And you know, I would say it feels as though you've grown, because I feel like when we met you, it seemed like you was, I'm not saying you're not wholesome, but it seemed like you was very wholesome. Like, oh, this girl from Catford, she probably goes to church on a Sunday. Like, it felt very wholesome.
Yeah.
And it feels as though your coming in of age has happened in front of our eyes. Do you get a sense?
100%, yeah. I'm still wholesome, but I feel like I can express myself a little bit more, because people, like, they don't believe it, but I can be a little bit shy, and everything was so new to me. So I'm just like, shalom, like everywhere I go, because I'm scared, and yeah, it was new.
What would you tell that Ray?
Don't overthink it. I'll say don't overthink it, yeah. Because over time, especially like the more people hear your music and talk about it, you start overthinking like, oh, what should I do? How should it sound? Or maybe you're trying to hit a chart position or something. But I feel like my best music has come from me not overthinking it and just enjoying myself.
Was there a lot of that with the debut album? A lot of people giving you their opinion, giving you their view, or were you free to just make the album you wanted to make?
I feel like I was free to make the album I wanted to make, like with my team. I told my management and my A&R, what sort of sound I want to make, and they just supported that. But I think I knew that people expected a certain thing from me, so I just had to block out the noise to be like, no, I want to make what I want to make, not like pop soul or whatever.
Welcome to the show, Koji. We're celebrating Ray Black and her album Access Denied. You're on this album. I assume you know it's not like a Kanye West thing where you just
I made it.
You made it. You made it onto the album.
You made the cut.
I want to know about you guys' story, because I know you've worked together, but I get the friendship energy. I get that it's real. When did you guys first meet?
When did Havisham come out?
2015.
Right, so yeah, we would have met maybe the year before, loosely somewhere, maybe at like a Box Park thing.
Yeah, maybe.
After you dropped, I was like, oh, yeah.
I was a big fan. Like, before Koji knew I existed, I was a really big fangirl.
What was the song that made you a Koji fan?
It was the whole Dear Daisy. The whole Dear Daisy project. That one, I was just in love, to be honest. Koji doesn't know this. I was kind of in love with him.
Oh, mad.
It was the aesthetic. He was wearing like an interesting hat them times. Do you remember?
Were you aware of this love, Koji?
I weren't aware of this love, but I mean, the love's always been there, man. We've got a great energy, which is like, I think it reflects in anything that we've ever done.
What's it like working with Ray? Give us the inside scoop. What's Ray like in the studio?
All right, do you know what? Let me give you the real inside scoop, because I'm not even gonna give you one of them press answers. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bait you up like that.
Nah, bait it.
But I've got a note in my phone. Yeah, of Ray Black bars that are not allowed to go on any tune ever. because Ray freestyles a lot. So like Ray will just be in there just barring to herself, and then she'll just drop a punchline where I just have to pause everything and say, Ray, that can't go on nothing.
What are you telling me? I had to veto a couple bars.
If you're really like with Ray, if you're really in that pocket with Ray and you're chilling, Ray don't have a filter, so Ray will say anything.
Oh, get the notes app open now. Open your phone now, Koji.
He cancelled some really good ones, though. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them were actually fire, and he just didn't get it. Do you know what I mean?
I went over his head.
The note's called Ray. The note is called Ray's Brain. Yeah.
All right, let's start at the top.
Start at the top. Yeah. All right. Cool.
No, but please deliver. Wait. Deliver them with oomph, please. Don't just read them. Deliver them as bars.
All right, cool. She said, I drop bombs. I said, that can't go nowhere.
That can't even go in the show, blood. That one ain't even going in the show. That one's coming out.
Bleep me now.
Oh my day. Are you all right? This one
let me do a PG one. You think I the way you made my legs shake?
Oh my days. Oi, this one's gonna get cancelled, you know.
Yo, I could go on, but listen, the whole show will get locked off.
What are you saying, Ray? Sometimes you just get in your MC bag and anything goes.
But doing this though, this is what I'm saying. So it's crazy that she'll be in the flow and I'm like, let's go. Yeah, boom. And then one of these bars will come out and say, pause the music.
Legit, like I'm there, I'm focused, like, yeah. He's like, and then I say something else, he's like, no. Everything stop right now.
That one can't run. Oh man.
I'm trying to think, I'm a freestyle rapper now sometimes.
Oh boy. Just make sure you're running the bars past Koji, yeah? Before they reach mainstream consumption. You have delivered to us an undeniable UK R&B album. Is that something you think you would have been able to do like 10 years ago? Because it feels like the sound and the audience has shifted and are finally ready for this.
Yeah, definitely not. I would have had to have been doing a garage thing maybe. We did it like that.
It would have needed like a dubstep breakdown at some point. They would have said, we like this, we like the piano and we like the little bounce, but how do you feel about a dubstep breakdown a minute before the end?
Literally.
Because that's where we were, like 2011, 2012, it felt like everything was engineered in a way to fit a sound. Whereas now it feels as though you are just doing you. How do you feel about UK R&B right now?
I love it. Like, there's so much awesomeness coming from UK R&B artists, the men and the women. I feel like it's in a good place and it's bubbling. Like, a lot of conversations were happening about UK R&B through lockdown. I know people are saying it needs more spotlight, and it definitely does. But I also don't want to negate the beautiful music people are putting out. Like, it's so good right now.
Who are you listening to in the world of UK R&B at the moment?
I'm listening to Tamira. She's really fire. She dropped another song. I really love a good few songs I love. I like her wave that she's on right now.
That's a collaboration that I would like for you.
It's going to happen. It's been going to happen. We've been talking.
Are the wheels in motion?
It's in motion. We're en route.
Studio session booked?
Yeah, it's happening.
Because that's one thing that I feel is missing from the UK R&B space, is that you guys don't work together enough. Who are the artists that you would like to work with?
A good couple people, you know. Obviously, Tamira. I really love Jack James. He's really fire. I really like Bella. I'd like to work with her.
You and Bella? Oh,
she's awesome.
You and Bella, you and Jack James. I'm here for all of it.
Oh, maybe the three together.
Oh,
that would be awesome.
This is what we need, and I love that you are flying the flag for UK R&B, and you're doing it in an uncompromising way. This album is testament to that. I want people to really take this album in. If you're listening right now, add this album to your library. Ray Black, Access Denied, out now. It's been an absolute pleasure, man.
Thank you. It's been great being here.
Love spending time with you. You are
it.
one of my favourite artists out of the UK.